I'm alive. Yes. Just last week I thought I might not be because I got COVID. Bad COVID. I dodged COVID for 3 years, but last week I suddenly felt lousy, had a fever, and a COVID test said positive. No big deal, I thought. Almost everybody gets it. Lots of people say it's no worse than a cold. I'm fit. I exercise. I'm healthy. I've had all the booster shots. COVID will give me a chance to lie around for a week. But then knives appeared in my throat. Every swallow hurt. I felt awful. I'd cough and couldn't stop. It was hard to breathe. This was much worse than any flu I've had. I was scared. After all, COVID still kills hundreds of Americans. Will I be one? The CDC says I'm especially vulnerable.
The vast majority of those deaths are among the elderly.
I don't think of myself as elderly, but that's just stupid. I'm old. In fact, I'm very old, 76. I rarely think about being 76. Heck, I play beach volleyball. That's me. I ride my bike on city streets. I think I'm a kid. But last week, COVID reminded me how old I am.
People 65 and older are still at high risk of dying to COVID-19.
I researched which hospital I should go to if I struggle to breathe. I worried, will they put me on a ventilator? That might kill me, I read. I shouldn't be looking these things up on Google. Google makes everything scarier. Will I get long COVID? Have brain fog? Get COVID pneumonia? I've got to stop Googling things. But what should I do?
If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
My doctor called in a Paxlovid prescription. Thank goodness for this new drug. Within 2 days, I felt better. I could breathe.
It's alive!
3 cheers for America's vilified free market. Pfizer developed Paxlovid in record time. Early tests showed it saved lives so well that
Pfizer was told by the outside committee overseeing the trial that it should stop enrollment right now.
Stop enrollment, they said, because it would be unethical not to give sick people the drug. Still, the FDA wouldn't let the rest of us have it for months more. Of course, months is a big improvement over the 10 years they usually take.
How can I get some of this?
None of those drugs have been approved by the FDA.
In this movie, Matthew McConaughey accurately portrays how AIDS patients were not allowed to get life-saving drugs.
Screw the FDA. I'm going to be DOA.
Bureaucratic government kills people. My brother's potentially life-saving discovery, I released this video about it, has been inching through the review process for almost a decade now. At least during the pandemic, the FDA loosened some rules to let some people get medicine sooner. But of course, once government's involved with anything, things become more difficult. In the case of Paxlovid, government announced it would distribute the drug itself. One result is that my local pharmacy doesn't carry it.
Thank you for calling your 24-hour CVS pharmacy.
CVS does, but their phone system hung up before I could ask for delivery. I had to get a relative to pick up the pills. And what's the cost? $0, 0 cents. Government pays. Hooray! But free isn't really free. And government bureaucrats have little interest in making anything simple for consumers. My pills came with 19 pages of warnings and instructions. Important things in here, like drug interactions, are buried by government nonsense like HIPAA rules that bully us into lying, promising we've read the fine print that none of us really reads. Come on, you've done it too. Okay, enough. I'll stop ranting about government. I'm glad I'm not dead. I'm grateful to Pfizer for inventing Paxlovid. I'm grateful to live in America where there's still innovation. But I can't get away from it. More and more, I resent the ever-increasing rules from our always growing government.